beware. Beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of Radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I guess it's Tuesday morning today. You know, I was getting ready to do what I normally do, and this is really personal, and I'm going to try to make it through this. I get a call from my attorney in Washington, D.C. When I bought these stations for my son about 10 years ago, of course, I'm on the air, but the stations were in the trust for my son. So he'd have something whenever I passed, just like you'd want something for your son, your daughter, your family. Kern and Sprague, 5 or 6 years ago, filed a complaint with the FCC saying that I actually own the stations. No, I never owned the stations. My son did. Every financial benefit would have went to my son. The FCC approved the trust agreement, but they filed some nasty stuff, and that's okay. But now I just find out about a half hour ago that these asswipe, no good, rotten son of a bitches have filed another complaint that my son was dead and I didn't tell the FCC soon enough. You rotten bastards. You rotten, no good son of a bitches. You know, it's rough enough that when your family member passes to even acknowledge it, to even address it. But these bastards screw with my son when he was alive, and now they're screwing with him when he's dead. And Kern and Sprague, I will not forget it, you rotten bastards, and I will be at Kern's house broadcasting live tomorrow, and you no good son of a bitches. People, do you understand? These friggin' people are evil. Get a call. The attorney says they filed another complaint that you didn't file with the FCC about your son passing quicker. You should have done it quicker. I never wanted to acknowledge it. I still don't want to acknowledge it. But you see how these asswipe, no good for nothing bastards going to drag my son into it after he's passed? You pieces of crap, you rotten, no-count pieces of scum. And you people ask why I act like I act and why I do what I do. That's why these son of a bitches don't give a damn about me, or you don't give a damn about our families. Don't give a damn about a mourning period. And see, you rotten bastards, my mourning period's now until the day I die for my son. And you no good son of a bitches. Now it's not going to go anywhere, people, because it was a trust for my son. They argued, well, Romanik's controlling. No, I control my show. I don't control the rest of the crap that goes on here. Don't give a damn. But they're going to file something that I didn't acknowledge my son's death soon enough. Just to kind of rub it in my face. Well, guys, you did. You rubbed it in my face. But let me tell you what, payback's a son of a bitch. If you know what I mean, and I think you do. Never once have I brought any of their family members into this that didn't get involved. Roly-poly Patty, she's the auditor. She's a politician. Sasquatch, that hairy bitch, she's the one had me illegally arrested that it cost you people $150,000. Then they brought their son into it to testify under oath, and what he testified to was not true, and the jury saw right through it. Mark Kern didn't even show up. He wouldn't even come in the courtroom. He sent his wife and his son. That's what a low-life bastard he is. Run to mommy and daddy, you no-good son of a bitch. You know your mommy and daddy willed you money. That's the only way you have money. Same way I did for my son, Kern. I willed him these radio stations in a trust. And you and Sprague, and Sprague's part of it too. Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in the urinal, Sprague. They file a complaint, people, with the FCC saying I didn't acknowledge my son's death in a timely fashion. Well, let me tell you, son of a bitches, one thing. I'm still not acknowledging his death. But you no good for nothing, rotten bastards. So, people, when you hear me on these bastards, you know why. In Kern, Sprague, I won't forget this. I will not ever, ever, ever forget this, you no good scumbag pieces of crap. You guys sit there and going to file a complaint and bring my deceased son back into the mix? Why wasn't something filed sooner? It's a technicality. It's going to be taken care of. But for these no good son of a bitches to pull him back into this after they screwed with him when he was alive because they couldn't control me, they couldn't buy me off, they couldn't scare me off, they couldn't intimidate me off. So these bully bastards, these evil son of a bitches, these no-count, rotten, low-life, bottom-feeding, scumbag politicians, they come after your family. That's okay, Sprague. That's okay, Kern. And hey, Sprague, take your old lady. The bitch was a babysitter of yours, and she stole your heart, didn't she? You didn't go to your dad's funeral. Didn't go to your brother's funeral. Told your wife not to go to her mother's funeral. Then you got Kern, who's done nothing in his life but take from his parents. Take from his parents. What low-life son of a bitches these guys are. They're running for election. After 40 years, people, you better understand what's going on in Kern. I'll be out there tomorrow, and we're going to show all you in your little bikini in Kern. I just want to know, do you support the gay community? If you know what I mean, and I think you do. Sweet cakes. Do you support the gay community? The gay community, Kern? Do you? Have you ever cross-dressed? Have you ever been arrested walking down the street in Belleville in drag? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking, have you ever been arrested or been stopped by the police for walking down East Main in drag in women's clothing years back? Don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so. I'm just asking, Kern. And I think you know why I'm asking, don't you? But you low-life, rotten pieces of crap, you're going to pull my son back into this. So that's okay, guys. That's okay. I'm getting my second win today. And I'll have my third win tomorrow and my fourth win. You notice, people, they can't shut me up. They sent this, and it cost them a lot of money with the FCC, and it cost me some money. But see, money's secondary to me. I respect money. I don't worship money like these rotten bastards. Filed something saying the trust wasn't done right, that the FCC had already, and I know you guys don't understand all this technical crap, but they filed something now that I didn't acknowledge my son's passing quick enough for the FCC because he was the beneficiary of the trust. These son of a bitches, do you see how evil these no-count rotten bastards are? And that's okay, Mark Sweet Cakes, Kern, and that's okay, Bob. I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal, Sprague. And I want to know, Sprague, you no good son of a bitch. See, I'd like to get these judges under oath because Sprague, in my opinion, has control of the whole 20th Judicial Circuit. These judges all know it. Every attorney out there knows it. I told you yesterday, Sprague becomes the local counsel when people come down. They used to say to Sprague, after they were appointed judge, at their ceremony, they're swearing in, I thank Mom, Dad, blah, 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 and also I want to thank Bob Sprague for his help. How can Bob Sprague help when he's before these, he practices before these people? And then this no-good, rotten bastard, he's for the black community, my ass, my red, white, and blue, hairy, stinky ass, wrinkled ass. He's down there defending Monsanto. Him and Garrett Harner. Garrett Harner making a fortune at School District 189. Sprague making a fortune. See, he never has to run for election. He's the chairman of the Democratic Party. He gets all his money behind the scenes. He's making a couple $100,000 in Centerville Township as their attorney. You saw what he just did in Cahokia, this no-good, greasy son of a bitch. He cost Cahokia $1 million. They're asking for his resignation, and they may get it. And you people below the hill, remember, they're taking money from you, and then they're keeping you from getting money. How egregious. Sprague, you rotten bastard. He's representing Monsanto against the poor people that have cancer down there. He won't tell you that, but I will. You know, take all that money in your $1.5 million house in the Archers, and I'm going to get you guys his address. I want you to drive by. But I'll be at Kern's house tomorrow. I'll be on city property. I won't be on his property, but I bet you there's police all out there. I bet you everybody. It's 111 South High Street in Belleville, right behind Sprague's headquarters. I want you people to come out and see where Mark Sweet Cakes Kern lives with his family. He's got millions of dollars. And he says he lives in a medical clinic. There's no windows. His daughter testified she lived on the first floor. It's all blocks. You got to have ingress and egress, but not Kern, not the big shots in Belleville. But kids, go out and play in the front yard. Oh, no, it's South High Street. You might get hit. That's how rotten these bastards are. And they're not family men. They're political robots. They're political scumbags. They don't give a damn about anything but getting elected. They don't give a damn about anything but having a title. And I got a title for both you son of a bitches, you rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing bastards. But that's okay, guys. That situation's been taken care of. I had to acknowledge it. I had to sign some papers. We had to let them know that my son had passed. I hope you bastards are happy. I hope you no-good son of a bitches are happy. You run my kid across the coals when he was alive, and you're doing it now when he's dead. That's okay, sweet cakes. That's okay, pissy pants. You guys think you're dealing with the same son of a bitch. Well, you're not. And I think you've made everybody in St. Clair County crazy because they've seen what you guys have done, the culture of corruption over the last 20, 30, 40 years. And yes, I'm running for state rep, but I don't give a damn. If you people don't want to elect me, don't. But when you don't, you have that bobblehead LaToya Greenwood go up there, and whatever Madigan says, she's going to be for. I don't give a damn what Madigan says. I don't give a damn what Rauner says. I don't give a damn what the Democrats say. I don't give a damn what the Republicans say. I give a damn what you say, the people in the 114th Legislative District. And if that's not good enough for you, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. I told you I'm not kissing your ass and I'm not cutting your grass. I'm going to go to Springfield to fight for you. Now, if you want a pretty boy in a suit that talks proper, that goes to church on Sunday, who's never made a mistake, don't vote for Bob Romanik because I'm not your guy. But if you want the fighting son of a bitch you'll ever get in your life in Springfield, I'll get your vote. And you'll be happy that you voted for me because I'm not going to take their crap just like we're not going to take Kearns and Barris Civic and Sprague's crap here in St. Clair County. They don't know what to do. I told you guys, put a bullet in my head's the only way you're going to stop me. Try to get me off the air. That's never, never, never going to happen. You can do all the technical bull crap you want to do, Sprague, Kern, Barris Civic. It ain't going to happen. You no good asswipe son of a bitch. And I don't care. Come at me, I tell you. But now you're bringing my deceased son back into this mix. What rotten bastards. Now, you've reminded me that he is passed. And it ain't pretty. And I don't think it's going to be pretty for you guys either. You want to play that game. You want to pull people's family into the game that shouldn't be pulled in because my son wasn't a politician. My son never got out on Front Street. I made sure he didn't. Kern, you let your wife out on Front Street. Sprague, you couldn't get elected in 1972 in the primary, the Democratic primary, because nobody liked your stinky, hairy, wrinkled ass. So you put your fat-ass wife in there. And you get insurance? How greedy can a son of a bitch be, people? Sprague gets insurance through the county. He makes millions of dollars a year off the backs of the proud blacks, primarily. Unbelievable, but that's okay, guys. Guys, thank you very much for making my day, so to speak. And tomorrow we will be broadcasting live from 111 South High Street, the home of Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, or the home he says he lives in. And when you people see that medical clinic, you'll say what an ass-white bastard father he was to make his family live in a tomb like that because he had to be a downtown Belleville politician. Unbelievable, people. But we'll be there, 111 South High tomorrow. And Kern and Sprague, if you want the political war to start, and I said political war, of course, it started. And don't ever forget, because I won't forget what you guys have done today. And it's not pretty. And I don't really feel good. But I'm going to make it through it. But you no good son of a bitches, just remember that every rotten, no-count cockroach has his day. I'd say every dog has his day, but I love animals, and I'd never disrespecting animals and compare them to you stinky, rotten bastards. And when you guys walk down the street, people laugh at you, Kern. They laughed at you and booed you in Cahokia. They booed you, Sprague. And I wonder, did your old lady get a ticket for overweight? And you little piece of no-count, shriveled up, good-for-nothing, not go to your dad or brother's funeral because you're a piece of crap? Sprague, what a no-good, greasy son of a bitch. When you walk down the street, people see you and they laugh at you. They laugh at you, Sprague, because you're a nobody. You may have money, Sprague. You may have money, Kern, but you guys didn't get it the right way. And nobody gives a damn about your money. You guys have no class, no integrity, no principle. And I think the people of St. Clair County know that. And if they haven't, they're going to find it out. And I think in November, both you rotten bastards got something coming. Let's take care of our housekeeping. And then we're going to go back to Muhammad Ali. And we're going to talk about the presidential election, because, I mean, that's always out on Front Street now. I didn't want to go to national politics, but I think we're going to. And then we've got the NGA that people are saying, what a bad job. See, they're finally understanding what I was talking about. They know with everything on the side of Illinois, they know now why Illinois didn't get it, because of the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption, the Kerns, the Spragues, the Bear Civics. People in Springfield, I told you 6 months ago, were talking about it. I predicted this 6-8 months ago. People in Washington, D.C. say they're not coming down. They're not coming down to St. Clair County because of the political corruption. Everybody knows that. But now these no-good son of a bitches, these no-good ass-white bastards, they're having all these press conferences. We're going to fight for you people. They're not fighting. They know it's over. They're going to play this out until after the election, saying they're going to keep fighting. You should have been fighting 10, 15, 20 years ago, you ass-white bastards. You should have been fighting 15, 20 years ago. You're not going to make people believe that it wasn't because of the corruption. Talked to people yesterday. They're understanding now. Well, it was the best site, best this, best that, best everything. But it wasn't the best leadership in St. Clair County. It was actually the worst in the state of Illinois, even worse than Cook County. So you rotten, no good son of a bitches. I don't think you have to worry about me coming after you politically, of course. I think the good people of St. Clair County. I think the Democrats, I think the Republicans, I think the independents, the men, the women, the black, the white, they're tired. 50 years of this crap. And you say it's going to get better? It's not going to get better, people. It's going to get worse if we don't stop this political cancer. I think November the 8th, I think that's going to be the day of reckoning. Kern is out to these picnics and parades. Sprague They've never been there before. They're worried, people. And when people say the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we've got people running on the Republican ticket, but they're not all Republicans. There's a few. But the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition's philosophy, and you hear me day in and day out, it's not changing Democrats to Republicans or Republicans to Democrats. It's uniting Democrats, Republican, men, women, black and white, inner city, outer county, uniting, you hear me, to stop this culture of corruption. And we're all on the same page with that. And I think when it's all said and done, I think we will unite. I think we will expose, and I think we will destroy this St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. Oakville tourism coming up this Saturday and Sunday, or Friday and Saturday. When the hell's the 11th? Saturday, okay, Saturday and Sunday. June the 11th and the 12th, the Oakville Heritage Days Festival in our great town of Oakville. The coordinator is Jackie. You can contact her at 618-243-5694 to get any and all information. It's about 20 minutes east of Fairview on Interstate 64. Great people. They've got a great a mineral springs bath and spa. Hey, Kern, it ain't the YMCA bath and spa, if you know what I mean, and I think you do, you idiot, you no-count piece of political crap, you big shot rich son of a bitch that's done nothing but take from the county. Anyway, they're having their Heritage Days Festival coming up Saturday and Sunday, June the 11th and the 12th in Oakville. I guess we either got a lot or have nothing. That's about all we've got. Don't forget our good friends in Millstadt. They're still looking for funds to help refurbish their water tower, the old historic water tower. If you'd like to get involved, if you'd like any information, you can contact Keller Timmer at 618-520-3623. On this date, June the 7th, 1775, a landmark day. From this day forward, the United Colonies were called the United States. On this date, June the 7th, 1919, New York began written tests for driver's license applications. On this date, June the 7th, 1929, the Vatican became an independent sovereign state. On this date, June the 7th, 1955, President Dwight Eisenhower became the first to appear on colored television when he gave an address at West Point back in 1955. On this date, June the 7th, 1956, the first TV remote control was introduced. On this date, June the 7th, 1977, anti-gay activist Anita Bryant led a successful crusade against the Miami gay rights law. Hey, Kern, where were you at? Were you protesting with the gays? I just want to know, were you protesting with the gays? Mark sweet cakes, Kern, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. On this date, June the 7th, 1982, Elvis Presley's palatial mansion, known as Graceland, opened to the public for the first time 5 years after his death. On this date, June the 7th, 1993, the official groundbreaking for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum was held in Cleveland. Chuck Berry was among the celebrities attending. Now, we talk about Cassius Clay. It ain't a black-white thing because there's a lot of white celebrities. But here's Chuck Berry, who I don't even know if I have to say allegedly. He was filming people in their bathrooms back in the day in Wentzville. But see, we all forget what asswipes these are. We don't give a damn if you can play the guitar, if you can sing, if you can play football, if you can box. Do something for your community. Do something for your country. But they want to name a rock and roll area, or they want to name a statue for Chuck Berry, honoring Chuck Berry. I think it should be a dishonor, but that's just my opinion. On this date, June the 7th, 1995, the long-range Boeing 777 entered service with United Airlines. That's what happened on this date, June the 7th, throughout all these years in our world's history. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, for the best in radio entertainment on all three of our stations. You can listen to my repeat performance every day, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. You can like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. You can go to my personal Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper. And as always, don't forget the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, where you can get the best of all the political satire, the political gossip, the political information, the political cartoons. You can't miss it. You can miss it, but if you do, then you will miss it. So that's St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Your guardian, you hear me, Kernan Sprague? We're the guardian of the First Amendment. We can say what we want. You ain't gonna silence us, you stupid son of a bitch and greasy bastards. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Again, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. You guys hear me? I try to give Sprague, Kern, $10,000 to come on to try to be transparent. And they can have equal time. My opponent, hey, Latoya, anytime you want to come on, get your ass down from East St. Louis, where you're making all that $100,000 for the school district, another $40,000 for city council, and now you want to be a $100,000 a year state representative. How greedy can you son of a bitches be? But Sprague, Kern, you guys can have equal time anytime. I'm not going to pay you anymore. I offered you $10,000. I offered to pay you $10,000 and then give $10,000 to a charity. You see these no good son of a bitches? They can't defend themselves, people, because they have nothing to defend. So when you see them walking down the street and they act like they're big shots, just know what no good pieces of crap they are, people, because I'm going to keep reminding you day in and day out. We're going to be all over their asses politically. We're not going to let up. And you good people, you got to understand, we may not be the best candidates in the world, but we're a whole lot better than what you got for the last 30, 40, 50 years. And if we don't do what you want us to do, don't give us 40 years like you give these ass-wiped son of a bitches. Take us out politically, of course, in 4 years, in 2 years for me. You don't have to sit there and vote for these people just because they intimidate you. You know how many people at the courthouse that work for these bastards hate them? I mean, they hate them. They talk about them behind their backs all the time. These guys are evil. They want people to fear them. The only thing I fear on you son of a bitch is that you get too close to me and some of that stink, some of that nasty stink on your rotten bastard asses transfers over to me. That's the only thing I'm afraid of, you stinky, rotten, no good son of a bitches. Had one thing last out. The Warden American Legion will be having their parade and picnic on June the 10th and June the 11th at the Warden American Legion Post 564. Their homecoming and parade on June the 10th and 11th. Parade is Saturday, June the 11th, this Saturday at 6 p.m. If you have any questions or information, you can call Ed Hynett. I apologize for screwing up your name, Ed. You can give him a call at 618-637-2383. And I want to again thank Nick Cohen He's going to donate a gun that we're going to raffle off and give to the proceeds to a veteran organization. And all you veterans groups, we've got 20, 25 names. We need some more. We're going to have a truck that we're going to raffle off on 4th of July, or right close to 4th of July. We'll probably won't be here on the 4th, but submit your names. Give us a call at 1-888-394-1430, or on the east side, 394-1190. Give us a name of a needy vet, because it's a nice red truck. It's in front of our radio station now, and we want to get it out. We want to get it out to some needy vet. And again, we want to salute you guys day in and day out. Cullerton and Madigan. Madigan runs the state house, and Cullerton runs the state senate. And there's been articles in the paper, and it says that they need to get rid, after 84 years, these two ass-white bastards, and if they were Republicans in there screwing up the state like these two son of a bitches had, I'd be talking bad about the Republicans, because there's enough bad to go around, and there's some good on both sides, of course. These two asswipes have 84 years in power, and look at the mess. Look at the mess that the state of Illinois is in. And it's really not the state of Illinois, it's us. We suffer. They get their salaries, they get their benefits. Madigan's an attorney. I'm sure Cullerton's an attorney. Their families are eating good. Is your family eating good? Most of us would have to say no. It says Illinois needs to change, and so do our votes. And I agree with that. You know, we've got state representatives in there that aren't worth a damn. We've got state senators. And it says every House and Senate member who voted for Madigan's budget, who cast a cowardly present vote, should be thrown out of office. The Senator Foghorn, I say Buckwheat Claiborne, that son of a bitch, voted present. That shows you that asswipe, gutless bastard. And he's in with Sprague, and he's in with Kern, and he's an attorney, and he's been eating at the trough. He makes $600,000, $800,000 a year for the city of East St. Louis. People, do you understand that? You can't get your car running. You don't have gas. And Claiborne, the Senator Foghorn, I say Buckwheat Claiborne is making $600,000 to $800,000 in legal fees from the poor community of East St. Louis. Now, that's egregious. I see other things in the paper where somebody's using their credit card, maybe mistakenly, I don't know. But what really is egregious is what these bastards do in Belleville, what these politicians do in St. Clair County. And Kern, we're coming up there and we're going to ask for your expense account. We're going to ask for all the county elected officials' expense account. And I guarantee you that cheap son of a bitch, he probably charged an $8 breakfast when he was in a meeting. But see, I tell you, people, these rotten bastards, they worship money. They don't respect money. I respect what money can do. And you're supposed to help others when you can. These son of a bitches just help themselves, and we know that. But anyway, this budget situation, people, you need to contact your state representatives, your state senators, and say, hey, you ignorant son of a bitches, you work for us. We want something done. Why? Why hasn't everybody in this state contacted their state senators, their state representatives, and demanded, not ask, because they work for you, demanded. You need to all demand that this budget crisis be taken care of. Tell them, hey, you guys work for us. We want it done in the next week. You know, Madigan will spend Memorial Day disrespecting all of our great, proud, heroic service people who gave their lives so we can live free in this democracy. And he's going to sit up there on Memorial Day and not worry about honoring our military. What asswipe bastards these guys are. But we control them, people. When are we, the people, going to throw their asses out of office? Also, D-Day yesterday, we acknowledged it and want to acknowledge it again. 72 years ago, I didn't hear an all-weekend thing for D-Day. Did you? I didn't go to MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC. I didn't see a whole litany of remembrance of D-Day, 72 years ago, a great day, an infamous day, a day that had to come about. The invasion of Normandy 72 years ago. that helped vanquish Adolf Hitler. Now, that was something. But no, you know what? We didn't have time, people. Didn't have time because all weekend we had to honor Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. And my enemies don't try to talk to the blacks and say it's a racial thing. It's not. Because there's a lot of proud black boxers. I think Joe Louis, a proud black boxer, he served in the military. I don't see a bunch of accolades about him. There was a lot of other proud blacks that served in the military that never became boxers, but were heroes. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali was not a hero. He was a draft dodger. But all week, people, we're going to talk about him. Every TV station. What a great... I want to ask somebody, and if you know, give me a call. What did he do to change this world? He was a prize fighter. He won a couple championships, and he lost. What did he do to change this world? He got called to the draft. He got called to fight for Uncle Sam, to fight to keep us free, and he refused. And he gets the Medal of Freedom for refusing. George W. Bush, and I didn't think he was a bad guy, but he's an asswipe son of a bitch. Gonna give Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, Muhammad Ali. President George W. Bush presented him the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005. What a slap in the face to every veteran. What a slap in the face to every military hero. What a slap in the face to this great country when we have to have somebody like that. If it had been a white boxer, I'd have said the same thing. Nobody deserves that many accolades all weekend, and they're still talking about it. There's specials on it. There wasn't a special on D-Day. There wasn't a flag flown at half-staff when your mothers, fathers, people that served in the military, when there's brothers, sons, daughters, when they passed, they had a gentleman, and I've got a email here. It says, hardly heard anything about the proud United States Marine Corps Captain Jeff Kuss, a U.S. Naval Blue Angel pilot who lost his life Thursday when there was a problem with his jet when it took off. It says he went down in a populated area and tried to save the lives of people. He could have saved his own lives, but he rode it out. He rode it out and got his plane clear of an apartment building that he was going down towards. The flag should be flying at half-staff for proud Marine and Blue Angel pilot Kuss, not all the draft-dodging bastards. I agree. And people say, hey, you get melodramatic, you go crazy. No, I don't. You've heard me. Two things that you can never, never, never love enough. Your family and your country, not your government. Your family and your country, and your country is your family. But think about it, people. We give accolades to Muhammad Ali. We give accolades to Stan Musial, to Chuck Berry, who likes to film people in the bathroom. But he gets accolades. Now, when Chuck Berry dies, and I hope they all live forever, I don't even want to see my enemies hurt physically, politically, maybe financially down the road, because I hate to see them benefit from all their ne'er-do-well crap that they do. But understand, why do we have to have an idol who is not really an idol? You know, my idol was my dad. I'm sure your idol was your parents, your grandparents. They don't get heroic treatment like a boxer who beat the hell out of guys for a living, like a boxer who evaded the draft to fight for our country. And I like this. You heard me yesterday. He defined the draft at the height of the Vietnam War. I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. No, but I tell you what, Cassius Clay, if they'd have come over here and killed one of your family members, you would have had a quarrel with them Viet Cong. Unbelievable. And it says, and he was bitching. He lost 3.5 years from his prime career because they wouldn't let him box for a couple years. I'd have threw his ass out of the country, just like I'd have thrown every draft dodger. Now, I know there'll be some people that avoided the draft that are going to get pissed, but see, I don't care. Don't give a damn. You know what? Most of those guys in Vietnam, most of these guys in Iraq and Iran, you think they want to be there? They're not killers. They're not masochists. They don't want to be there. They want to be home with their families. But they went because their Uncle Sam, their family, called them to protect us over in foreign land so they wouldn't have to protect us on our land. You understand me? So they wouldn't have to protect us on our land. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, Carl Brinker. How you doing, Bob?
Fine. How you doing?
Good. I'm a Navy veteran.
Well, I salute you for that, Carl. What's going on in your world, sir?
Well, I'm busy talking about Muhammad diarrhea. Muhammad Ali, sorry.
Okay, what do you got to say about Muhammad Ali?
Well, I just don't like it. I fought in the service to protect people like him, and he was a damn draft dodger.
Yeah, Carl, thanks for the call, Carl. He was, and there was a lot of other draft dodgers. But the other draft dodgers, they didn't beat somebody's head in and make millions of dollars, so they didn't get the accolades that Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali got. And it pisses me off. And I've talked to my black friends, and I want to tell my black friends, thank you very much, because they understand. My black friends understand. They said, Bob, you're right. He was a draft dodger. And I said, hey, did it sound like it was racial coming from a white guy? And they said, no, it sounded like it was true. Sound like it was real. Sound like it wasn't politically correct. But it doesn't have to be politically correct in my world, people. It just has to be right. Let's take a break. Let's take another caller before we go to break. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, good morning, Bob.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Alonzo, it's been a long time.
Hey, Alonzo, how you doing?
I hope you're ready.
Hey, I'm ready.
I hope you're ready. About your black friends who agree with you on Muhammad Ali, well, I'm an earth tone man, too, and I'm not calling to agree with you this morning.
Okay.
As far as what Muhammad Ali stood for, well, this is my opinion.
Okay.
And I appreciate it. Before you ran a rave, if you let the audience let me speak, and then you can say whatever you want. With all due respect, please. As far as him being a draft dodger, I don't look at Muhammad Ali being a draft dodger.
Okay, can I ask you why? I ask you why, Alonzo? Why wouldn't you? And I'm gonna let you talk, but I'm gonna kind of pick apart your crap. Why wouldn't you call him a draft dodger when he dodged the draft? Whenever everybody, black and white, our brothers, went over there and fought, and this son of a bitch, that's okay. He was a draft dodger, but then you make him out a hero? Are you crazy? Go ahead, Alonzo.
First of all, I don't make him out a hero. I don't make man a hero, period. There's only one hero that I praise, and that's a hero that's in the heavens. I respect man, but I don't praise man. Now, let me get back to what I was saying about Muhammad Ali. The Vietnam War going on in the 1960s. Let's look at where this country was at. And I hope you please let me get my point.
Well, hey, Alonzo, you can't make it a storybook. Come on, let's get out with it. I got about 5 minutes, and I'm going to give you time, but come on, I want to be able to respond, so go ahead.
Okay, go ahead and respond.
Finish.
I think Muhammad Ali, you look at it like this. To go over to the draft at that time, to go fight a political war, and then have to come home and fight a humanitarian war, civil rights, when blacks during that time couldn't even eat in the same restaurant as you. What are you talking about, man? Y'all forget about all that, don't y'all?
Hey, wait a minute. No, here you go, you stupid son of a bitch. Don't say I forgot about it. I was poor white trash. I'm tired. I'm tired of you and everybody else, black and white, trying to separate the races. I forgot about it. I mean, you forgot. You're a dumb son of a bitch, Alonzo. I didn't forget about nothing. I didn't forget about not eating but one meal a day. I'm tired of blacks and whites saying everybody owes them something. It ain't just the white community and the black community. It's the bum community. I'm tired of this. What are you talking about me, Alonzo? You don't know a damn thing about Bob Romanik, and you're going to say me? Don't put me into the white category. See, that's what's wrong, Alonzo. That's what's wrong with this race situation. You know, some of you low-life black son of a bitches want to pull us out and say it's our fault. It ain't our fault, Alonzo. And I got to tell you another thing. He went over, they went over, everybody went over, but Cassius Clay, your family's safe because of the blacks and the white heroes that died. Now, why do we have to eliminate this no-good son of a bitch? Go ahead, Alonzo.
Are you okay, Bob?
No, I ain't okay, but go ahead.
You You know, you always thought you was poor white trash, man. Were you ashamed to be white and poor?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Alonzo, I was. I was ashamed to be white and poor because the white community said, hey, you're white and you're poor and you ain't worth a damn. Hell yeah, I was. I ain't going to lie to you, Alonzo. And you talk about black, and I'm sure a lot of the black, my friends, they come up the hard way. They didn't come up any harder than I did. So I don't want to hear about this entitlement crap because we got to fight for what we get. Not black, not white, but Americans, we got to fight for what we get.
Can I ask you a question, Bob?
Go ahead.
How many years, man, you did in the military?
I didn't do any time in the military. I went in the military, and I had short Achilles tendons. That's why I felt bad. I tried to get in the war in Vietnam. That's why I'm a true patriot, because I couldn't get in, and I wanted to do all I could do for my country. How many years did you spend in?
Bob.
Huh?
You didn't do any time in the military?
What did I just tell you?
You didn't do any time in the military.
What did I just tell you, you idiot?
Look, you always talk about you poor white trash, and now you're rich and white.
Hey, no. Hey, don't go there, Alonzo. Number one, I tried to get in the draft. I had bad legs. I couldn't get in. I tried to, when everybody else was running from the draft, from the war, I wanted to go in the Marine Corps. I wanted to go, and I felt bad because I couldn't go. That's why I became a patriot. That's why I did everything I could do to support my... Go ahead. Hey, if you've seen, how do you know I'm rich, you ignorant bitch? How do you know anything about Bob Romanik? How do you front me off, you stupid son of a bitch? How do you know I'm rich? Because I give money so that people can stay open and be in Horseshoe Lake? That don't make me rich. That makes me concerned. Go ahead, Alonzo.
Bob, you need to calm down, man. You dodged the draft, too. You dodged.
You a damn black, no good lying son of a bitch, and so is your mama. Dodged the draft, my ass. Did you hear me? You got crap in your ears, Alonzo. You got crap. You checked the records. I ran to enlist in the Marine Corps because I wanted to fight. And you say I dodged the draft? Are you nuts? Are you a stupid son of a bitch or what? Did your mama have sex with a sheep? I want to know that. Did your mama have sex? Now, if you're going to talk intelligent, Alonzo, talk intelligent. Talk intelligent.
Speaking intelligent right now, so I don't.
Are you nuts? What are you, Alonzo? Are you crazy?
I'm something like you. I'm kind of crazy.
No, you're an idiot. No, I'm crazy. You're an idiot. Now, when you dodge the draft, that means you run from it, Alonzo. When somebody tried, I didn't wait to get drafted. I went, and you stupid son of a bitch. You're going to tell me I dodged the draft? Are you nuts? See, that's what's wrong with people like you, Alonzo. And I don't mean black. I mean stupid. You guys want to always flip the script. You always want to flip the script. Now, I'm going to let you have the last minute or two. You say that Muhammad Ali sting like a butterfly and sting like a bee or whatever that stupid son of a bitch said. He deserved the Presidential Medal of Honor. He deserved a week of accolades when our brave military heroes on D-Day got about a second. That he deserves to have the flag fly at half-staff when all of our families have died and we're just important and more important than Muhammad Ali. And you think that's right for everybody to praise him? Yes or no?
I don't praise no man.
Oh, I'm tired of everything. No, you said he was a hero. You said you were calling to defend him. How can you defend Muhammad Ali? Wait a minute. Then what are you telling me? What are you telling me?
I'm not defending Muhammad Ali, but you won't listen. You're going kind of crazy right now, man. I'm saying that I understand whether you disagree with it or not.
What is your take on Muhammad Ali? You were calling to defend him, weren't you?
Yes. I'm not defending him.
Yeah, and you know why you're going to defend him? You know why you're going to defend him? You're going to defend him because he's black. See, that's what's wrong. There's proud blacks and there's racial son of a bitches. There's racist bastards like you guys who always want to make it a black-white thing. You'll fight for a black man no matter if he killed 30 people. I won't fight for a white man if he's killed 30 people. I'll say he was wrong. But see, Alonzo, that's your fault. That's your fault. And if you think anything about Muhammad Ali, in my opinion, then you're just as bad as he is. Go ahead.
Well, Bob, evidently, your presidents of the United States, a couple of your presidents of the United States, they gave him the awards.
I agree. And they're stupid white. I bet you Bush his mama had sex with a sheep or a goat. He's a white, ignorant son of a bitch. I don't play the race card. He's a white, ignorant son of a bitch, given the Presidential Medal of Honor to a black, stupid son of a bitch. Now, Alonzo, agree with me or not? Shouldn't every military hero who died, shouldn't the president be putting a medal on their grave, not around Muhammad Ali's neck? Yes or no?
Yes, they should put a medal on their grave. And yes, they deserve every accolade they get. But I'm talking about something different right now, Bob. And I think that Muhammad Ali back then, Bob, was making a statement. And he don't deserve to be praised. I just think he deserves to be recognized.
I'm recognizing him, Alonzo, for being the idiot. What do you mean? He's making a statement. His statement was, hey, let everybody else go over there and fight so I can stay here in the United States and make millions of dollars. Do you think that's right, Alonzo?
I think if you put it that way, Bob, it's wrong, but I don't think that's the way he felt back there. I don't think it was about money, Bob. I just don't believe that, man.
Really?
Hey, Bob, I'm ashamed of you this morning.
Are you
ashamed of you for talking to me.
Are you?
Citizen.
I'm an American citizen. That's why I can talk this way, and you can argue and talk back. But you saying anything about money? When you saw Liston go down and Muhammad Ali didn't even hit him, remember the phantom blow? He made $5 million. You think Muhammad Ali was up in that ring for the hell of it? You think he was up there representing the United States? He was up there getting money, Alonzo.
Yes, he was getting money, Bob. Yes, he was getting money. But at the same time, I totally disagree with you. But I would like to thank you for something, Bob. I went out to watch you late Sunday, man, and I sat there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alonzo.
When you get drunk, and I thought about you, Bob. I thank you for paying that bill, man.
Well, you know what, Alonzo? Thank you, but I did that out of respect for my son. And Alonzo, I know, hey, you got the guts to stand tall with me, and I appreciate that. But I tell you, when you get mad, and where I get mad, or where a man gets mad, we're mad. And this situation here with Muhammad Ali has nothing to do with his color, Alonzo. It's got to do with he doesn't deserve the accolades that he's got all weekend. I flipped them channels over, Alonzo, and nothing but Muhammad Ali, what a great man, how he made a difference. He didn't make a difference. Those people that died, those people are over in the jungle. They're still dead. The missing in action in Vietnam. They, Alonzo, made a difference, not Muhammad Ali.
Well, you know, Bob, part of that is right what you're saying, but part of it I disagree.
Okay, and you got every right to.
I'm not saying he's a hero, but I understand. I kind of understand in the sense why he did what he did. Whether we sit here and argue, you curse me out or not, you're always going to be Uncle Bob to me, and don't you ever talk about George Bush like that again. Damn president.
Hey, Alonzo, thank you very much, buddy. And Alonzo, I want to apologize to you. I just get, when I think about the military, when I think about our brave heroes, when I think about the people who have passed before us, they get disrespected every day, that we're forgot about every day. And then we have an asswipe like Muhammad Ali. We got an asswipe like these white guys, not just black, these white guys that get the accolades because they could tackle somebody, because they could hit a home run, and are really proud, true heroes get disrespected, get forgot about, get lost in the shuffle every day. I can't take it. It pisses me off, and it's not a game with me, people. It's the way I feel. It's the way I feel. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriots. Come on back tomorrow. We'll be as crazy as ever. But people, you have to remember, this country is only great because of our military heroes. Alonzo had his point, but Cassius Clay partook of all the best things in life because he lived in America. And he lived in America, a safe and free country, not because of him up in the ring beating somebody's head in for $5 million, but for our brave military heroes fighting every one of these wars for $20, $30 a day, putting their lives on the line. So it does piss me off. And if you don't feel the same way, then move your asses someplace else, because this great country, they deserve, our military heroes, this great country, we deserve to give them the respect that they've earned. Politicians know but this country, yes. So let's continue to love our country, but to expose, drag, and destroy these political parasitical punks that we call politicians. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful.